showing her bare shoulder. I gasp when I see a dark purple bruise in the shape of a handprint. He beat her. This mother effer deserves more than just community service. After I stop at the police station, we all drop Cain off at his apartment. I didn't want to leave him alone yet. No one does. You have a very tiny apartment, Sarah remarks, looking around. Cain, sitting on the bed, simply shoots her a dirty look. It's because you're too big. You're filling up this place. I can't help but snort at his remark. At least his spirits are higher if he can choke like that. Scary scuffs and well, I never. I hope when I sneeze, it's right in your face. Jesus. Speaking of faces, why don't we get you cleaned up? I ask, looking at Cain. Here are the bandages we bought, along with cold medicine for Sarah, as says Kevin as he hangs me the bag. I don't need that, Cain immediately refused. Kevin looks crestfallen that his help is being denied. Yes, he does, I say as I take the bag from Kevin. Or you can just have Yume kiss it better for you, chuckles Sarah. Cain flashes her a defiant pout. He looks like a broken puppy. It's hard having to resist pinching his cheeks when I know that's where he's been hit. Come on, we can do it in the bathroom, I say with a smile. You mean kiss? Oh, Kevin. Kevin pipes up confused. Cain's face widened, and so did mine. Kevin's so innocent. With a groan, he gets up from the bed and snatches my hand, tugging me towards the bathroom. To kiss? Cain drops my hand and signs out loud when we enter. If you wanted to kiss me that bad, all you had to do was ask to do it. It's so fun to tease him. Cain's face starts to turn a little redder than it already is. Shut up, he complains. That's not it. Then why? I ask, being innocent. Because it's embarrassing in front of them, he admits. I can't help but giggle. I'm glad he's worrying about embarrassing and non-consensual issues like these, instead of what transpired a couple of hours before. How about we clean up your face instead, I asked with another giggle. I don't want any bandages on my face. We'll see. Can you sit down? Cain puts down the lid on the toilet seat and plops down. He looks up at me, blinking expectantly. First, let's clean away the blood. He averts his eyes. Didn't realize I was bleeding. Really? I'm surprised you didn't taste it. It's at the bottom of your lip. I can't. I extend my hand and softly brush my thumb over his lip. Cain immediately sits up straight with a gulp. Sorry, did that hurt? I asked, pulling back. Meekly, he looks away from me. No, just didn't expect it, he mumbles while rubbing his lips with the back of his hand. Oh, Cain looks surprised there's this much of blood left behind. I really was. Cain must have taken a direct blow from Thomas to get that kind of wound. I take out a small rag from the bag and wet it under the faucet. I turn back towards Cain and bend over a little to reach his face. May I? I ask, hovering the rag over his mouth. He nods his head. Softly, I tap the rag against his wound. Cain winced slightly. I take good care to go slowly, as not to hurt him. When it's close to him, I can see his right cheek is really swollen. Including his eyes, most of the puffiness around his eyes is because he was crying though. Cain eventually closes his eyes as I clean up any dirt or blood from his face. I stand back, putting down the rag. Alright, I think that's it, unless you've been hurt anywhere else. Ashamed, Cain looks down at the tile floor. Nope, just the face. And my pride, he mumbles softly. Aw. I can't think of anything else, anything to say that would make him feel better. The only thing I can do is be here for him. Why were you all there tonight? He asks. It's past midnight. Kevin wanted to buy some medicine for Sarah. She's coming down with a cold. And because I wanted to see you, I admit. See me? I wanted to apologize for that stupid fight we had before. I was being defensive again. I shake my head, but now not really the right time for that. We both grow quiet. A droplet of water leaks from the faucet and splatter inside the sink, echoing our silence. I didn't think you wanted to talk to me again. Cain starts softly. That I screw everything up by insulting your design. He thinks it's his fault. That's how good he is. God, our character is so trash. I bent down on one knee and grabbed Cain's hand within my own. No, don't think like that. You didn't do anything wrong, I say quickly. See, that's that bully mentality he got going on. He thinks everything's his fault when he didn't do anything. I'm just too stubborn and really can't deal with criticism all that well, I admit. Cain takes in a small breath. So you don't hate me? Of course not. A silent tear rolls from Cain's left eye. He quickly rubbed it away with the cuff of his sleeve. Good, he chokes out. That feeling to protect Cain at all costs rushes through me again. I fling my arm around his small frame, embracing him. This time, he doesn't struggle, but reciprocate my hug, wrapping his arm around my back as well. There's a small sniff as he buries his face into my neck. Cain's body is so frail but warm. I'm glad we came over tonight. A knock on the bathroom door alerts to both of us. I was just joking about that kissing thing, guys. Please let me in. I need to pee, Sarah warns us. Cain and I pull away and look at each other. Both of us break into a grin. Sarah quickly disappears into the bathroom while Kevin stands idly near Cain's bed, as if he's too afraid to touch anything in the room for fear of messing it up. Cain takes a few steps towards Kevin. Hey, how's the hand? He asks a bit hesitantly. Kevin immediately rubs his right hand, giving Cain an awkward smile. I had no idea punching could hurt the puncher, he says with a chuckle. Honestly, I was very impressed, Kevin, I compliment him. He shyly rubs the back of his neck. Is that so? Cain stuffs his hands into his pocket, trying to appear aloof, but I know otherwise. Cain is happy Kevin intervened on his behalf. Yeah, kinda cool, Cain admits. So, what exactly happened in there? Kevin decides to ask what we've been all on our minds. I'm thinking the same thing. What triggered him? We weren't there when Cain made his statement. We were into different rooms with the police officer. I'm just as in the dark as Kevin is. Some guy I know usually comes in with his croonies and harass me at work, Cain starts. I'm amazed Cain is ready to talk about it. I don't know what happened, but tonight he was all alone and drunk out of his mind. Started yelling and breaking shit. Cain takes in a deep breath. Going on about some bitch and how she cheated. I was just a convenient punching bag. Oh, he's talking about Chelsea. About her pregnancy. Did Chelsea really cheat it though? I softly touched Cain's arm to let him know we're still here for him. Was he talking about Chelsea? I inquire. Beats me. He was slurring his words and didn't make any sense. Then he started throwing out punches. And this is the aftermath. Cain gestures towards himself. I'm glad we made a pit stop at your store. I hope you'll be taken care of by the police. And Kevin nods at him. No wonder Chelsea was so scared of him. Sarah finally enters the room again. Guys, I'm really beat. I need to sleep. You definitely need a rest. Let me take you home, Kevin offers. We all shuffle towards the front door, getting ready to leave. Sleep well, Cain, Sarah says, smiling at him. Yeah, take it easy, Kevin adds. Cain stands there, staring at the floor as if he's mentally preparing himself for something. Sarah reaches for the door and opens it. Cain starts loudly. We all turn to him. Thanks for, tonight, he grumbles. Sarah gives him a thumbs up. Anytime. That's what friends are for. Siri. Stop. I'll do it all over again, I say, giving his shoulder a slight push. I might refrain from punching someone, but yeah, what you may say, says Kevin, chuckling nervously. Cain breaks out into a genuine smile. They both leave the apartment, whereas I stay behind like an unspoken agreement. I stay here with Cain. I don't want to leave him alone tonight. Yeah, let's ask him. Can we stay over tonight? I decided to ask upright. Cain turns his head a little, raising his eyebrows. He stammers. He looks around the room, empty cans everywhere, bed unmade, pizza boxes stacked in the kitchen. It's a mess. It really is. Reminds me of my brother's room. I don't have any space for you. That's okay, we can sleep on the same bed. Cain clamped his mouth shut, suddenly acting very shy. It's not like we haven't slept in the same bed before. I bet my eyelashes at him. I just really don't want to leave you alone tonight. Cain pouts at me, giving into my demands. I hate how I can't say no to you, he grumbles. I smirk at him. Are you saying you don't want me to stay over? Cain suddenly steps closer to me, tugging on my hand. Never, he admits in a serious tone. With just a single word, my heart flutters around in my chest as if I'm flying on cloud 9. Alright, I'll stay, I smile at him. I look down at my clothes. So, can I borrow a shirt of yours? Cain, already walking towards his dresser, opens up one of the drawers and digging through his clothes. Preferably something long, I point out before he gives me something that stops at my belly button. In a few seconds, Cain sticks out his hand, holding a long yellow shirt. Here, this should fit. I take it from his hand and fold it out. It's barely long enough not to show anything indecent, but I guess it will do. I disappear into the bathroom and to get change. Dressed in Cain's shirt, I walked out into her room. Cain is in the middle of cleaning up the place, fetching empty cans from the desk and gathering dirty clothes. He stops when he sees me. His arms are wrapped around a bundle of clothes. I pull out the hem of his shirt. It stops dangerously high on my thighs. When he notices he's been gawking at me, Cain throws his face into his clothes. He's hiding it from me. Sorry, he mumbles. He sneaks a peek at me through the fabric covering his face. It's just, he can't seem to finish his sentence. You look so damn cute in my shirt. He's so adorable for that. Heat rises to my cheek. This is even worse than when I wore that nightgown in that cabin. I feel so exposed to him. But I don't want him to stop looking. That's like a fantasy of so many guys, he admits in a tiny voice. If I wasn't blushing before, I am now. I didn't know, I admit shyly. Ugh, just get into bed already, he groans out loud. Not wanting to be told twice, I dive under the covers in a small bed we would barely fit into the two of us. I bury my face into his pillow and inhale. It smells like Cain. The shirt too, it's just like he's everywhere. Cain turns off the light. There's a bunch of rustling sound, but I can't help but what's going on in the dark. He must be getting undressed. Eventually, I feel a weight pressed down onto the mattress. Move over, says Cain. I press myself against the wall, making room for Cain. He settles in, moving around till he's under the cover as well. His bare back touches my arm. It's really cramped. There's no way we can't touch each other oh god. There's something comforting about that fact. I love touching him. My heart is beating so fast, lying together like this. I need water. Cain takes a deep breath and exhales, his back rising and falling. This has definitely been a hectic night. Cain, I call out to him. Good night. I'm not gonna say hold me. I'm not that adventurous. Good night. Cain's body stirs slightly. Sweet dreams, Yume. My heartbeat quickens. I love the way he says my name. I end up staring at his back, my eyes finally getting used to the dark. I want to reach out to him so bad. I can't help myself from my fingers touch the skin of his bare back, sliding down his spine. He moves until he's lying on his back. His face turns towards me. Oh, we're so close like this. Then his hand brushes against my own until his fingers clasp mine. My breath hitches in my throat. Without a trace of indecisiveness, Cain boldly interwines his finger with mine. He rests his hand on top of the mattress, in between us. Thanks, his voice rang loudly in my ear. For everything. I squeeze his hand in return. Don't mention it. I close my eyes as the feelings inside me grow stronger. I'm being filled up with nothing but Cain. Yikes. I'm so hopelessly in love with him, my heart simply won't calm down. But for now, I should let him get a good night rest before I tell him my feelings. He had a lot on his plate today. There's plenty of time to tell him still. I thought that chapter ended. The very next day, I'm already back at my boutique, behind the register as if nothing happened last night. I'm still anxious. I don't know where Thomas is, or if he's going after Cain again. I almost wanted to skip work for today, but Cain insisted he's fine and I should go to work. Stubborn brat. My phone started ringing. Oh, someone's calling me. Cain, hey, it's Cain's voice. My mood instantly changed for the better now that I hear his voice. Hey, how's it going? I just got a call from the police officer, he says. Ooh, are they locking him up? Oh, did they follow up? Yeah, they arrested Thomas this morning. With all the evidence we had, he's being charged for a simple misdemeanor and vandalism or something like that. Yeah, we did it. We got that guy arrested. Just thought I'd let you know. That's good to hear. What they're going to do with him, though? I'm not sure. I think maybe community service. He's not allowed to be around me anymore. So there's that. Nice. Good. He deserves what's coming to him. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, he mumbles. Thanks for the update. Have you spoken to your boss yet? He told me to take a few days off. He doesn't really seem to care. Other than that, he's pretty shitty boss. That is a shitty boss. You should really find some other work, I suggest. Someday. Right now, it pays the bill. Oh, right. I totally forgot. You need to pick up your ticket to the show. Fashion Week, he questioned? Yep. When you got the time. I can come over after college. I'll be there around 5. Is that okay? That's closing time for me. That's fine. Okay, see ya. Bye. I hang up the phone and take in a deep breath. So, they arrested Thomas. Thank God there's something being done about him. I wonder if Chelsea knows. My finger hovers over the screen of my cell phone. Well, there's only one way to find out. I messaged Chelsea telling her she can pick up her ticket for Fashion Week. We can dig up the gossip there. A little after closing up shop, the door opens once more. My entire stomach is lit up with butterflies when I see it's Cain. Damn, after last night, it's gotten really bad whenever I see him. Hey Cain, I greet him. His cheeks are has swollen even more. It looks worse than before. That looks like it hurts, I say, pointing at his cheek. Cain stuffs his hands into his pocket and I walk up to the counter. It looks worse than it is. I'm fine. Still, it saddens me to see him like this. I eventually take out the ticket I kept in a drawer behind the counter. I offered it to Cain. Here you go. A ticket on the 19. You can go backstage with me as well. Cain takes it out off my hand, looking at it with a puzzled expression. Alright, thanks. So, it's in like 2 weeks, right? I groan out loud. Don't remind me. I'm still not finished. Yeah, I gotta redo those terrible designs you did. I could still help out if you want me to, he says meekly. I won't make any more comments on your work. Oh, he's sensitive. I clasp my hand together with a smile. No, that's okay. Please don't censor yourself around me. Yeah, please don't. She needs to humble herself. I close my eyes and take a breath. I acted irrationally and defensive. Your commentary was totally valid. I'm sorry for chasing you off. Cain sighs in relief. Okay, good, because I'm pretty sure I'm a terrible liar and wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut anyways. I laugh out loud. That's just like Cain. He's too blunt. Just like me. I don't care what people say about being blunt. Like, it's the truth and it's honest and I don't care. Like, if it hurts your feelings, it's just me telling it out how it is. Like, I can't, like, if somebody tells me, hey, do you think my outfit looks nice? I'm gonna be blunt and saying that no, it doesn't. Like, I'm not gonna say it like in a mean way, but I'm just gonna say it in an honest way that you can understand my point of view, why it's bad. And like, if you're gonna assume that I'm thinking it's like I'm being rude, then I think that's just you just wanted a yes man. Like, no, you asked me something and I'm gonna say it in the honest way. The door chimes. A customer walks in. I thought you were closed, asks Cain, looking up. Oh, it's you, he says, surprised to see Chelsea standing in the boutique. Hi, she says awkwardly. I'm here for the ticket. I figure I'd drop by on my way from college. Yep, I got one for you right here. I took out the ticket and handed it to over. Chelsea then finally noticed Cain's face. What the hell happened to you? She asks, looking a little disgusted. Oh my god. Why don't you ask your boyfriend? He huffs loudly. Thomas did that? She sounds genuinely surprised. You didn't know? It happened last night. Thomas trashed Boomar and beat Cain, I say. Chelsea shakes her head, gripping the ticket tightly. I broke up with him 2 days ago, she admits. He was screaming something about cheating, Cain notes. I didn't cheat, Chelsea immediately exclaimed. I just broke it off with him. I've been wanting to for a while, but Thomas is... She looks at Cain, a sadness showing through her green eyes. You know what Thomas is like. Did he find out about the miscarriage you had? I asked. Chelsea nods silently. He did. He was convinced I had cheated on him, and... Chelsea rolls up her sleeve on her upper left arm, showing her bare shoulder. I gasp when I see a dark purple bruise in the shape of a handprint. He beat her! This mother effer deserves more than just community service. Like, he beat it Cain, and then he beat his girlfriend, and then later on, it's like, oh, and who knows, like, she probably got a miscarriage because he beat her. Like, who knows what happened behind scene. Like, it doesn't make any sense. She quickly rolls it down, shuffling on this thought. Is this what he's been doing to you all this time? I asked, concerned. Look, he wasn't always like this. He actually be very sweet, Chelsea says protectively. Whatever. Cain snorts loudly. Right, and I'm a space alien that could fly. She looks down at her hands. I don't know, something changed. He started demanding to know where I've been or who I've spoken to. It was a little things at first. She trails off. What else could you expect from a guy like him? Cain sneers. Both of you made my life miserable, you know. Cain maybe now's not a good time. No, I mean it's not a good time. He got him beaten for this. You know, he got a point. Apologize to him for all the abuse he's suffered for this. Cain's got a point. You owe him an apology. Chelsea glares at me. What are you glaring at? An apology? For what? She asks. Oh god, I can't stand people. For what do you mean for what? For involving him in this? For the bullying? For making his life miserable? Everything. For the countless amount of times you humiliate me. For the times you prank me in front of the whole school and posted it on social media. What the F did I ever do to you besides like you? He bares his fangs at her. This time Chelsea says nothing. Her lips are pressed into a thin line. Whatever Thomas did to Chelsea is obviously not right, but what she did to Cain isn't right either. Just because you're abused doesn't mean you can abuse others, right? You don't... where's my train of thought? Because, like, my brother was knocking on the door. You don't know what it's like when you're getting torn down by the person you love most. You seek control in other things. Anything to make you forget you're not actually in control. That makes no sense. Try to put logic inside your reasoning for bullying Cain. Like, girl, you're not making any sense. And I just happen to be a convenient target for you. What you did isn't right, Chelsea, I add. Chelsea doesn't respond. The air around us has gotten so tense, Cain is finally airing his grievance with his former tormentor. I didn't have any friends because of you, Cain admits, because of what you and Thomas did to me. I thought that when I started college, I'll be done with all that shit. But no, you found out where I worked and continued to torment me there. This time Chelsea does look guilty. Cain's words are finally getting through her. Thomas is a big bag of dicks, and him hitting you is obviously not okay, but I'm not worthy of an apology? That's insane, I know. Did it ever bother you as much as it bothered me? This time, his voice is quiet, soft like he's been on the verge of crying. What I didn't expect was to see Chelsea cry instead. Her eyes immediately tear up and her eyes lips started to tremble. Oh, girls, put that oh my god. She better wipe her tears. We're not gonna take... I'm sorry. She wipes away her tears. Yeah, wipe those tears. Who are you crying? I didn't mean to turn out this hateful. I'm sorry. Nah. She then buries her face into her hands. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Chelsea practically flees my boutique. Cain and I are left behind, staring at the front door. Did you have to make her cry, X? What do you mean? Oh my god, whose side are you on? Cain narrows his eyes at me. Forget it. Did it feel good to get off of your chest? A little. Cain, sometimes I feel like you don't deserve the main character. Like, she doesn't deserve you. Things are going to be different now. Thomas won't be around anymore, and Chelsea, well, I think she'll turn over a new leaf. I smile at Cain, hoping he'll see the positive side of all this. Didn't make me feel better, though, he admits. What would? Cain takes a moment to think. Punch Thomas in his balls? He then nods to himself with more confidence. Yes, a punch in the balls, definitely. I giggle at his reaction. I hope we'll never have to see Thomas again. Yeah. Yeah, another chapter finished.